From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
The numbers for Williams a week ago: 14 carries, 120 yards even. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you...
There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline, Hollywood Brown, touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up and down.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Here's 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Sheds off the tackle, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And
Williams loses the football. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
2 yards to go, second down. Now a give, right side. Spurlock. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd down and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Spurlock works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Costello. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Patterson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now the first carry for Bush. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Brought down by Willie Gay. 2nd and 5. And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0. Looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a short gain here down to the 22. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Back to throw. Costello taking in left side. It's Wilson. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Kamara up the middle. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Flushed out right.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Brandon Cooks. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The football going back over to Arizona now.
Well, they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, room here to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
Outright to Smith and Jigba. Now a 2nd and 2.
Kamara trying the right side. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. They run up the middle with Bush. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Calvin Ridley from 8 yards out.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ethan Evans on now to punt.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That is incomplete. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. On the slant, here's Smith and Jigba.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On the counter, here's Kamara. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
They'll look to throw here. He'll buy some time right. A nice little juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the 2nd half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, for them, pretty good 1st half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks that.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives.
Into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Costello. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision's only going to wind up costing him a yard or 2 as he's tackled just shy of the 20.
A great return there of 22 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Bush. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose for the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they're going to speed things up here.
This is McIntosh.
A gain of 3, second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Touchdown! Brandon Cooks with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
With the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Throwing to start the drive. Costello
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down. Back to throw. Costello. And his throw here's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. Wilson's got it complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Off the play fake. Costello. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Thelonelycasaultygaming.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Oh, Ridley has it. What a catch.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here's the give to McIntosh.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball. and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it did.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset.
A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Cardinals 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is intercepted.
Picked by Julian Love.
Fights off the tackle at the 20.
And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And the defense has come up with it. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for theirs.
There he goes left side. A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Costello throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Costello looking for his running back, and he's got him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the